Lads. Fucking hell. Tight squeeze. Alright, the current time is so hello, 7:52. Going freaking wakeboarding, mate. Absolutely beautiful day, mate. So we're gonna get out on the water. Just enjoy ourselves. It's study leave. Study leave, basically. Leave study. Gonna get the drone up in the air. It's gonna look sick. Let's do it, man. So I was thinking, right? I was having a little dilemma. Got an exam in 10 days and I was thinking, basically, do I study for it? And then I had this epiphany, right? And it was basically, even if I spend countless hours and so much more time studying now, this late in the piece, it's only maximum, at the very best, gonna give me an extra 10%. And is the difference between an A and a B really gonna dictate my happiness? No. Will missing a couple of hours opportunity to get some work done, to come and do something fun, dictate my happiness? Yes. So basically, if you're putting in enough work, don't feel bad about enjoying yourself, mate. That's what life's about. A bit freaking deep for a Wednesday morning, mate. Right, I'm in the wetsuit. Let's go freaking wakeboarding, mate.
Oh, stranger. Still don't know my name. You still don't know my name. And I would die a slave in it right now. But you still don't know my name. Oh, stranger. Still don't know my name. You still don't know my name. And I would die a slave in it right now. But you still don't know my name. Yeah.
Right, so I don't know if you guys can clearly see the weigh-in I did this morning, but essentially, my weight's just been stubborn. I'm stuck at 84.5 at the moment, which is a pain in me fucking keister. Essentially, what I put it down to is, I got pissed drunk on the weekend with all my mates, and essentially it was the first time I'd drunk in like 2 months, and I drank beer, and I never drink beer. My body was just like, oh, alcohol, oh, carbs, and then my brain was just like, and because my brain was all like, you know, having freaking nacho explosions, my body was just like, and so as a result, I don't think the cut's, basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think the cut isn't working. It's just essentially my body this week is a bit like, it's not happening, mate. So essentially in 2 days time, I'm meant to weigh in at 82.9 and I weighed in at 84.6 today. So it's looking less and less likely. However, I have started employing the 10k steps a day law. So essentially I'm increasing my NEAT, my non-exercise activated thermogenesis. Basically, I'm just doing a bit of walking every day. Gonna increase my calorie burn. I was at the start of the cut doing jump rope, but essentially what happens there is your body gets a little bit tired. Essentially what happens there is your body, like I just couldn't handle doing an intense cardio jump rope session in the morning and weight training because essentially one of them suffers. So if I was doing cardio, my weight training would suffer, which obviously isn't ideal, especially when you're trying to maintain muscle on a cut. So basically, I'm not really changing my tactics. I'm not eating less, I'm not eating more. All I'm doing is going for walks. And it's sick, it serves as a study break, it's good for mental health, good for your heart. It's just all around good, mate. Motto of the story is, don't get disheartened when your weight is being a little bit crappy. Alright, yo, real quick. Just walking back now, finished the walk. And I had this thought, right? And I want to share it with you guys. Because I think it's interesting. And the thought is as follows. Pretty much all the good shit in life, or like everything that success comes from, is a result of simplicity. So if we take happiness, for example, this is like getting you in your feels type stuff right here, but doing stuff that makes you happy is going to result in happiness, and counter to that, doing shit that makes you unhappy is going to result in unhappiness. So doing the stuff that makes you happy and not doing the stuff that makes you unhappy is going to result in happiness, and it's literally as simple as that. Now it may sound a bit naive saying, you know, just do stuff that makes you happy to be happy, because obviously some people can't, you know, there's like ramifications, and like people have jobs and they gotta work. But I think like even just doing something super simple, like an hour a day doing something you love, and I'm not talking like doing something you love like freaking watching TV or like watching YouTube videos or wanking or something like that. I'm talking about like spending an hour a day just to like embrace your passion and do something that you thoroughly enjoy, whether that's like walking, running, freaking going to the gym, doing Pilates. Like my mate Josh, he loves making freaking woodwork, like that's sick. And this whole like simplicity thing can even be related to fat loss, right? Like the thing that makes fat loss so difficult, it's gonna sound counterintuitive, but it's actually just how simple it is. Fat loss is literally just burn more than you eat. It's as simple as that, and that's the concept people struggle with. And even the difference between getting like lean, like at the moment I would say I'm probably lean, right? Like I'm probably 12.5% body fat, 84 kgs. My goal is 79 kgs, which is probably like 8% body fat, which makes sense if you think like 4 kgs lost, it's about 4% body fat, because obviously 1 kg is pretty close to 1%. Obviously I'm not 100 kgs, but some of the weight you lose is also water. So it works out about, if for every kilo I lose is about 1% of body fat. And there is a massive difference between lean and shredded, right? Like obviously it's the hardest grindy part, but the key is actually just doing more of what I'm already doing and just being consistent with it. And I think that's what people struggle with. Like there's no freaking magic recipe. Like you look at all the bullshit in the fitness industry, like for example the jaws size. Everyone knows about the jaws size, the little rubber thing you chew to make your freaking jawline sick, mate. Like that is just absolute cap. Obviously the only thing that dictates how you look facial wise is your body fat percentage and your genetics. No freaking chewing on a rubber ball is gonna make you look sick, mate. So yeah, just a little thought that I had. Keep shit simple if you want to get stuff done. Easy as that. I hope you can hear me as well, because it's super windy. And if you want to have, I can't hear myself, so I might be like absolutely yelling, but if you also want to have crazy epiphanies like I've just had with this whole simplicity thing, go for walks, because honestly, and just jam some tunes, because you can only, you're like just trapped in your own mind and constantly you're just thinking about shit. And when your endorphins are going and your dopamine's being released and you're thinking at the same time, I reckon you just come up with the most positive, sensible, like epiphany. Epiphany is the only word I can think of. So get walking, get shredded and get clever basically. But no, counter to what my Instagram might suggest, obviously that's best lighting, best freaking angle, probably best filter as well. I'm not shredded yet. Currently I'm lean. Shredded is on the way. It's on the way.
Not a driller, but I've left man open, leaking. Terrorist the way about man's parents, screaming. Brandishing my flicky in the shrubs, steaming. When I snap, I see red like I'm possessed by a demon. Always been a nigga that can dress clean. Robbing every day, I would finesse weed. Never knew when I would see my next dream. Cutting nightmares, had the nigga stressed. Now they're telling me I'm blessed, but you're listening to a next